I love a great doula, but do not expect them to save you. Welcome to the All About Pregnancy and Birth podcast. I'm Dr. Nicole Rankins, a board-certified OBGYN who's been in practice for nearly 15 years. I've had the privilege of helping over 1,000 babies into this world, and I'm here to help you be calm, confident, and empowered to have a beautiful pregnancy and birth. Quick note, this podcast is for educational purposes only and is not a substitute for medical advice. Check out the full disclaimer at drnicolerankins.com/disclaimer. Now let's get to it. Hello there. Welcome to this Dr. Nicole Says episode of the podcast. Whether you are a new listener or a returning listener, I am so grateful that you're spending some of your time with me today. So in this episode, I'm going to tell you why you should not expect a doula to save you. Now listen, I love a great doula. Doulas provide physical and emotional support during labor and the postpartum period. Most do not have any medical training, and doulas can be especially helpful when you want an unmedicated birth, but they're definitely also helpful if you have an epidural or even a cesarean birth. Doulas can also be quite helpful in the postpartum period too. Now, I just don't love doulas just because. I love doulas because research shows that having a doula improves outcomes. Studies show that having a doula can shorten your labor. It can decrease the need for pain medication. It can increase your chances for having a vaginal birth. So there's definitely data that shows that doulas are great for people having a baby. Now, one thing you may be thinking is, wait, isn't my partner the one who's supposed to be providing physical and emotional support during labor and birth? Well, yeah, definitely your partner can do that, but a good doula doesn't replace your partner. A good doula enhances what your partner can do to support you. They will support you and your partner to help you have that beautiful birth experience that you deserve. Now, why am I saying that you cannot expect a doula to save you? Well, I see a lot of pressure placed on doulas to come in and save the day for all pregnant women and people. Like they are the singular solution to all of the issues that are occurring in our maternal health system. And that really is not fair. That just simply is not fair. Yes, doulas can provide amazing support. And yes, doulas can also be strong advocates potentially, especially for people who are from marginalized communities like Black women giving birth. But the reality is not all doulas feel comfortable playing an advocacy role. Doulas are traditionally trained in providing physical and emotional support. And they may not feel comfortable intervening with doctors and nurses. They just may not feel comfortable doing that. And that is okay. All right. We can't expect anyone to do anything that they don't feel comfortable with. So this is something that you should clarify ahead of time if you plan on hiring a doula, whether they feel like they can intervene and step in and kind of mediate things between your care team and you if any issues come up. All right. So not all doulas feel comfortable playing an advocacy role. And again, that is okay. Also, we cannot expect doulas to be the single solution to fix everything in your birth, especially in our broken U.S. maternal system. The U.S. maternal health system is one that too often takes a patriarchal approach to birth, tries to take away power from women over what happens in their own bodies, and it can be racist. And it's overly optimistic, and again, not fair to think that doulas are going to be the single solution to help with that. Let's talk about something most pregnant women aren't getting enough of, omega-3 DHA. The recommendation is over 200 milligrams a day, but less than 5% of pregnant women in the US meet that. That's one of the reasons I love Ritual's Essential Prenatal. It has 350 milligrams of vegan DHA plus other key nutrients like methylated folate and choline to support baby's neural tube development. As an OBGYN, I appreciate that Ritual goes beyond the basics. The formula is science-backed, third-party tested for heavy metals and microbes, and every ingredient is traceable. And the delayed release design, it's gentle on the stomach, something that really matters, especially if there's trouble with nausea during pregnancy. You deserve to know exactly what you're putting into your body, especially when it comes to prenatal multivitamins. And with Ritual's dedication to traceable science and sourcing, you always will. See for yourself with 25% off your first month at ritual.com/Dr. Nicole. Start Ritual or add Essential Prenatal to your subscription today. That's ritual.com/Dr. Nicole for 25% off your first month. Yes, of course, they can help, and many want to help, and it is an important part of the solution, but really we also need to focus on improving our broken system as well. So you can't expect that doulas are going to be the only thing that can save you. And then also, whether you have a doula or not, and I will speak here and say that I believe doulas will agree with this as well, you still need to take an active role in your care by educating yourself so that you yourself are an informed and empowered participant in your pregnancy and birth experience. All right. It is still really, really important that you educate yourself. I have seen patients who sometimes are expecting that the doula is going to be like the stand-in for all of the education and the person who's going to like answer all of the questions and things like that. I have seen patients get information from their doctor and then turn and ask their doula what to do. And I don't mean like, what are your thoughts about this? Or give me, your opinion about this. I mean, literally turning, your doctor says, okay, maybe we should consider starting Pitocin, or maybe we should consider breaking your water, or whatever the thing may be. And the person turns and looks in their doula and says, okay, what should I do now? That is not what you should be doing during your birth experience. You really shouldn't be turning over decisions about what happens in your body to anyone, whether that's your physician or that's a doula. I don't want to say it's a cop-out, but in a way, some people are kind of like using the doula as a stand-in for making decisions about what happens during their experience. And that really shouldn't be the case. And also, again, isn't fair to the doula. You should take information from your doctor. You can certainly take your doula's opinion into account, but really you should be empowered and ready to make decisions for yourself. And this is where childbirth education is key. This is a hill I will die on. Everybody needs childbirth education. It is so important to help you understand what's going on in the labor and birth process. And your doula may actually offer childbirth education as part of their services. And a good doula will also strongly encourage you to do some childbirth education because, again, they are not a replacement for that. So you definitely want to do some sort of childbirth education. I have an online childbirth education class called the Birth Preparation Course. You can check it out at drnicolerankins.com/enroll. But there are lots of options for childbirth education out there. You just have to find something that works for you, but just do something. Also, if you want to know some more questions and some things you should ask about how to choose a doula, check out episode 218 of the podcast. That's drnicolerankins.com/episode 218, where I go through a list of questions and a series of steps to take for you to use when you are hiring a doula. All right, so that is it for this Dr. Nicole Says episode. Do me a solid, share this podcast with a friend. I'm on a mission to reach and serve as many pregnant folks as possible, and I would certainly love your help in doing so. Also, if you love this podcast, then please leave me a 5-star review in Apple Podcast. I so appreciate it. And I love to hear what you think about the show. If you want other information or ways to connect with me outside of the podcast, I have a couple of ways for you. You can follow me on Instagram at Dr. Nicole Rankins, or come join my free Facebook group, the All About Pregnancy and Birth Inner Circle community, where you can connect with me. You can connect with other pregnant folks. It's a really lovely place to be. So that's it for this episode. Do come on back next week and remember that you deserve a beautiful pregnancy and birth.